This program is made possible in part by a grant from the B.M. Barron's Bank, University of Alaska Juneau, and the Alaska Department of Commerce Division of Tourism, and the Eaglecrest ski area. Additional funding was provided by Sports North, Alaska Hotel and Bar, the Fiddlehead Restaurant and Bakery, and the Foggy Mountain Shop.
Southeast Alaska, home of the eagles. Have you ever watched an eagle soar and wished you could soar in its place? Eaglecrest, Southeast Alaska's only full-fledged ski area, surrounded by the Tongass National Forest, just 12 miles from downtown Juneau. Eaglecrest was built by the people of Juneau to be the best possible recreation area at the lowest possible user cost.
I don't usually go out in the winter outside, but I make an effort, and it's Eaglecrest.
It's got a diversity to it that other slopes I find lack.
It just makes the wintertime a lot more fun for most people.
It just brings everybody together with a common thing. It seems like everybody in Juneau skis.
It gives us something that no other southeast community has.
I don't like Alyeski as much as I like Eaglecrest because we got a lot better variety in the terrain, a lot more tree skiing. It's not just open bowls.
I just came back from a ski trip down in the Sierra Nevadas, and we compare in many ways very favorably with many of the ski areas in the Sierras.
Open 7 days and 2 nights a week, Eaglecrest sees up to 39,000 skiers annually. 600 acres include miles of cross-country trails and 29 alpine runs serviced by 3 lifts. The beginner slopes, located just a few feet from the lodge, are serviced by the Platter Pole. Master the beginner slopes, it's time to advance to the Hooter chairlift, which will take you to the intermediate runs, Sneaky and Sourdough. If you're feeling like pretty hot stuff on Sneaky and Sourdough, you can try Ego just next door, so named because it's in full view of the Hooter lift. It's also equipped with night lighting, and more people are catching on to the fact that this is one of the best night spots around. Chairlift also provides access to Ptarmigan, the longest of the lifts. A left turn off the top leads to a warming hut and a gentle run that winds its way down through the lower part of the East Bowl and then splits into an intricate web of trails that takes you back to the top of Hooter and the lower intermediate slopes. Some of these runs are nearly 1.5 miles long. But for the skier who's ready for a challenge, Ptarmigan Lift has much more to offer. 1,400 vertical feet of it. When you've skied all the out-of-the-way places you can think of, then it's time to take a hike. Just a few minutes walk from the top of Ptarmigan Lift takes you to the breathtaking scenery of Admiralty Island and Stevens Passage. From the ridge, you can move onto any one of the 3 large bowls in search of every skier's dream. Smooth, rolling acres of untracked snow. If that isn't exciting enough, maybe the 2,700-foot drop of Mount Stewart's Cropley Chute is, especially since it's beyond the ski area boundaries, and you ski there at your own risk. Moguls are those large bumps created when skier after skier turns on the same spot. Less experienced skiers usually have a tough time handling these obstacles, so the hill maintenance crew comes to the rescue with Eaglecrest's fleet of 3 snowcats. In no time at all, these wonderful machines can turn the nightmare of an icy, bumpy run into a smooth, velvet dream. For some, skiing the bumps is no problem. That, in case you didn't know, is called a helicopter jump, and it's frowned on by the Eaglecrest management.
Slow and steady. As you approach a bump, sort of lift up on the handles, and when it starts to go at this point, then you push down. That's what stops it.
There are 6 full-time and 2 part-time members of the Eaglecrest Professional Ski Patrol. They help train and work in conjunction with about 50 local skiers of the National Ski Patrol, a group of dedicated volunteers. Patrollers are the first skiers on the hill. They arrive at 7 a.m. for avalanche control work and other duties to make sure the slopes are safe, and they are the last to leave. At the end of every day, they conduct a systematic search for anyone who might be lost or injured. Downhill skiers aren't the only ones who benefit from having those snowcats around. They groom 13 kilometers of cross-country trails, making learning easier for beginners and skiing a lot more enjoyable for everyone. Cross-country's popularity is obvious each year at the Washington's Birthday Citizens Race.
I guess the whole point of a race like this is just to get everybody of all abilities out here having fun together, meet new people, new friends that you can ski with later on, do some waxing with everybody else, get some new waxing tips, see how other people ski. It's basically just to get a whole group of people out doing the same thing, having a good time. It's not really to go the fastest, but just to do your best and really see how well you can do and how much you're improving from season to season.
If you're not a racer, there's still plenty of room on or off the tracks for a little milder exercise. Anyone who's tried to take their flat track skis onto a slope usually wind up looking like this poor guy. There is a technique that works in this situation. It's called a telemark turn. Before you head up the lift with your skinny skis, however, you should know that the skis, boots, and bindings used for telemarking are different than flat track equipment. But with the right gear, a few lessons, and a lot of practice, the whole mountain becomes cross-country terrain. The Day Lodge is a great place to relax and eat. There's also a ski shop where you can rent alpine or Nordic ski equipment or purchase an assortment of accessories. If you'd like to learn to ski or want to improve your abilities, you can sign up in the lodge with the Certified Ski School. It offers almost any kind of class a cross-country or downhill skier could want. Private lessons ensure personalized attention, but the less expensive group lessons offer the opportunity to meet other skiers.
So let's just try making the same kind of turns with the steering and the pushing on the ski, but make sure that you don't turn so far that you get bogged down and slow down a lot. So just kind of feel, well, this is okay, I'm not going too fast, and make sure you don't go any slower than that. Okay, so here we go. Okay, push it.
It takes around 30 instructors to handle the demand. This is partly because the local school system offers ski instruction as part of its physical education program to all 8th, 9th, and most 6th graders. But the school district offers no racing opportunities, so the Juneau Ski Club organized the Mighty Mite program for 5 to 12-year-olds and the junior racing program for junior high and high school students. They hire ski school instructors to help train the young racers.
And remember this more than anything else. You're supposed to be having fun.
I know, I'm
Okay?
scared.
Nothing heavy duty about this. This is an easy course. We slid through it twice, right? Have a good time with it.
Have a good one, boys.
Ready for a racer.
All right, hit her. Go!
The big event of 1983 was the All-Alaska Mighty Mite Championship. More than 70 racers took part in the two-day event. Over half of them came from Anchorage, 28 racers from Alyeska Ski Resort, and 12 more from Arctic Valley Ski Area. Eaglecrest's growing influence on the statewide racing scene was more than apparent. In this competition, they turned in an outstanding performance, taking 11 of the 15 top spots.
We're ready for another racer anytime you want.
Give us a racer.
Ready? Okay, racers, ready?
Got to start?
For anyone who takes their racing seriously, the Ski Club sponsors races sanctioned by the United States Ski Association. Points awarded at these races establish a skier's standing in the national racing circuit.
59.62.
The University of Alaska Juneau's newly formed ski team takes part in the USSA races and shows its appreciation to the ski club by allowing the best of the young ski club racers to train with the team.
Go, Griff!
If you're into speed, the safest thing to do is to enter one of the downhill races. They are considered the fastest and most dangerous of the alpine races. Speeds of 60 to 70 miles an hour are common in national and international competitions, but the course presently used at Eaglecrest only produces speeds of up to 50 miles an hour. There are many other races for all ages and abilities, in addition to a number of business-sponsored races, like the B.M. Barons Bank Sourdough Cup, a Pro-Am dual slalom.
Racers ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
With $1,500 in prize money at stake, the excitement is intense. The theme of the competition is simple: beat the other guy. If you lose twice, you're out. If you lose once, you have to fight your way up out of the loser's bracket for a chance to race the skier in the #1 spot. And that's just what 20-year-old amateur Eric Ostling did. After dozens of runs spread over 2 days, he and professional racer Joe Junker had traded wins and losses. Now, whoever wins this last race will win the title.
3, 2, 1, go.
On the court.
Which side's Eric on?
In winning that heat, Eric Ostling won not only the Sourdough Cup given to the top amateur, but also the overall prize, the John Hale Memorial Cup. Racing in Juneau has come a long way over the years. Oddly enough, its popularity as a spectator sport has diminished considerably since the 1930s, when racers hiked up the slopes of Douglas Island behind what is now West Juneau. Later, jumping became quite the rage. Today, this area is still called Jump Hill by those who once used the old ski trail. The 3-mile hike to the Third Cabin Ski Bowl was a mere warm-up for all the hiking skiers had to do every time they wanted to take a run. About 1950, a wonderful thing happened. An old Dodge truck engine was bought for $50 and hauled up the 3 miles on a toboggan. It transformed the bowl into a bona fide ski area. A couple of years later, another major addition appeared. But like people everywhere, skiers never seem to be satisfied with what they've got. So, in the 1960s, they began plans to put Juneau on the ski maps. After exploring a number of different sites, they decided the Fish Creek Valley had the most potential. That laid the groundwork for the Juneau Ski Club, with backing from all parts of the community, to ask the local assembly if the city should build a ski area. The assembly's response was to ask the people. In October of 1974, Juneau residents voted 2-1 to establish a special 1% sales tax. Those funds, combined with a federal grant, paid for the first phase of construction at Eaglecrest. The city's Parks and Recreation Department operated Eaglecrest until July of 1982, when the Borough Assembly appointed an 11-member board of directors made up of local residents. Their job is to oversee operation and development of the area, helping it to better serve the community.
Ever since we've had Eaglecrest, I have never once heard downtown people say there is nothing to do in Juneau.
Nice for a well-rounded community to have the ski area.
I've met lots of people up here that I wouldn't have met otherwise, and skiing friends, and that's fun, yeah.
I think it provides a wonderful outlet for the kids.
And it is a wonderful family experience.
I organize prevention programs, and one thing that's really important in preventing alcohol and drug abuse among kids is giving them opportunities to experience natural highs, and there's a whole lot of natural highs that people can experience, and skiing just happens to be one of the best.
There are some less obvious reasons why Eaglecrest benefits the community.
So far we have 3 live victims. We are probing and haven't found anything in our probes yet. Is Dennis there?
Right here.
We'd like to send the helicopter down to the base to pick up more people that could help on this rescue.
I'll see what I can locate. I didn't have a very good response in the lodge. Maybe I can get a couple more going.
Okay, call me back.
This is a simulated avalanche rescue organized by the Eaglecrest Ski Patrol, involving many of the groups and agencies that would work together during a real emergency. This kind of training and organization could be crucial for Juneau, which has a motel and a residential area located at the bottom of a major avalanche path and has been designated North America's worst risk for a major avalanche disaster. Eaglecrest is also the site of a skiing program operated by the Juneau Lions Club for the physically and mentally handicapped. Specialized equipment and training techniques help about 20 volunteers instruct their students. In 1983, Eaglecrest hosted contestants from around the state and the Yukon territories who come together yearly to take part in the Winter Special Olympics, an event that has become a major influence in their lives. In these competitions, the proof of victory isn't so much whether one contestant surpasses another, but how hard they work to overcome their individual handicaps. And in that respect, every one of them is a winner. At one time, there was talk of making Eaglecrest into a world-class resort, but after a more realistic evaluation, it was decided that the weather is not dependable enough. Still, there are plenty of great days during the season, and if you live in Juneau, there's lots of time to take advantage of them, including the hot spring days. It's a shame that more people haven't caught on to the fact that some of the best summer in Juneau is at Eaglecrest in the springtime. Starting in 1984, spring skiing will no longer mean the end of Eaglecrest operations. After a brief closure, the ptarmigan lift will reopen for the summer tourist season. Busloads of visitors will mingle with locals for the spectacular chairlift ride. Several new hiking and nature trails will lead to prominent lookouts, and for the more adventurous, there are miles of alpine ridges. What does the future hold for Eaglecrest? The fact that the lodge and parking lot, being doubled in size for the 1983-84 season, will be full to capacity the day they open, provides a clue. Juneau's population is rapidly increasing, and those increases, combined with an expected rise in skier participation, mean Eaglecrest could see a 400% increase in local skier visits by the year 2000. The Eaglecrest Comprehensive Plan, prepared by consultants for the city government in 1980, provides guidance through that time. It recommends construction of 2 more platter pools, 7 more chairlifts, an auxiliary lodge, and several warming huts. Beyond that, Eaglecrest still has plenty of room for expansion. As Juneau changes, so will Eaglecrest, and no doubt the sport itself will continue to evolve. But there's one thing about skiing that will never change. By now, you're probably asking yourself, why do people subject themselves to such abuse?
For speed, of course.
I ski so I can meet all sorts of wonderful young men who are out here skiing. It helps me get away from everything that is off that mountain. All the problems, all the worries. No phone calls.
It's a good way to relieve all my anxieties.
Skiing's the best exercise in Juneau, I think.
It's fun to be outside. Fresh air, nice mountains. Actually, I like to listen to the sounds of the birds and the wind and all that business. I like riding the chairlift also as much as I like skiing.
It's the exhilaration of being able to go down a mountain and having the wind blow against your face. And right today it's so quiet up here, and it's a contrast from what I do day to day during the week.
This program was made possible in part by a grant from the B.M. Barron's Bank, University of Alaska Juneau, and the Alaska Department of Commerce Division of Tourism and the Eaglecrest ski area. Additional funding was provided by Sports North, Alaska Hotel and Bar, the Fiddlehead Restaurant and Bakery, and the Foggy Mountain Shop.